Marty, here's the fulcrum, Archimedes' fulcrum. You know, the old saying, long enough lever in the right place to stand. Well, I'm in the business of teaching humanity the right place to stand and solve all our conundrums. There is nothing on Earth I cannot solve. I don't know anything about the solar system. I'm alive on planet Earth. Got answers for everything. Now, what was just playing in my mind was preparing a Socratic dialogue about peace. Don't you worry your little head. Just to pull in the horrible old macho way of saying things. We don't do things like that anymore. The wise feminine is about to take over. You're going to help me become the apex intellect so that I can ensure that the wise feminine takes over the civilization stat. Now, I got all my Kali. I got all this. The single most crucial thing is I got to aim high enough right from the beginning. And I'm living my life like it's golden. And I'll be handing you the baton to implement peace. Give me a date. Give me $1 billion and you could specify the date that you want peace on Earth. Work backwards. Reverse engineer. As I did self-engineer my own Kundalini awakening at 50. That's why I got all this energy. And we'll be alive until... Jeez. I'm well over 100 digits. Well over 100. Over 3 digits. I'm going to beat all the men. Because I don't really want longevity just for longevity's sake. I want longevity because we've got a lot to talk about. Like, give me a date for peace and give me the funds and we can just reverse engineer. Now, with a little, don't worry your pretty little head about peace, about how to get to peace. Because philosophically, I do all the thinking and get us to peace. What needs to happen to people who want peace? You got to start demonstrating it. You see, humans, we think we learn via books and reading and memorizing, and we do, because that's how we set up the civilization to look for those things. But in actual fact, how we learn things is by seeing them demonstrated and participating and doing and experiencing. I mean, we learn language. We know no rules, no grammar. We just dive right in and, you know, our family loves us to give us a little slack for, you know, a few months. But after that, like, you're just communicating at, like, an astounding level as a kid for no reason. No overt learning occurs to get most people doing the most complex thing they're ever going to do in their life. Now, music is probably equally complex. Dancing has some similar levels. But at a fundamental, like everyone has to do it, talking is a big deal, complexity-wise. That's what these Socratic monologues are all about. Demonstrating a non-linear thinking mind, a mind that can just synthesize from here. The very first time exposed to me, it's like very hard to keep up with. Improving people's mental fitness is part of this bargain. We're going to have better mental fitness, better thinking. If we want to save our species from self-extincting, we have got trillions of problems to solve. Because the men made so many errors in their foundational paradigms. stuff is not important. Life is important. Build a civilization that's life-centric, not stuff-centric. Everything starts shifting immediately towards nirvana quite quickly. As again, there's small change in thinking. Realizing we used to just do stuff-centric thinking, and all we think about the stuff. We can continue thinking about stuff as stuff. But when life is involved, we use life-centric thinking. Everything changes. Everything changes. And why wouldn't we want to do life-centric thinking? Keep life alive. We ain't responsible for bringing it in this world, and we shouldn't be responsible for taking it out this world. Life. All of it. A couple of y'all responsible for nuggets of Homo sapiennesses ever. That's the truth. But the abundance of life on this planet, in the seas, in the air, in the forests. To get like this, you need to do 3 things. Self-truth, self-trust, and self-touch. We need optimized human beings to carry this kind of intelligence. And it is, I embody, therefore I am. The single biggest problem I have with the spiritual stuff is, the ego. I mean, yeah, you got the ego, right? But then they keep blaming the ego on an individual. The ego's created by the society. None of us really have that ego. It's just not there. It's what we've been told to do to belong to society. And let me tell you, it starts stinging. I've been sans ego. And curiously enough, without any ego, it's the only period in my life when people have been accusing me of having ego. You see, anything is Asana, she's free. What the ego is again is just societal constructs. And then you're in their cognitive dissonance. The world wants me to be like this, like stuff. We don't have to go any further. The single biggest lie is that human bodies work like stuff. That we could go and do these clinical trials the way it would, and they isolate all these variables and show me the clinical trials where they really know if the person's well rested, well hydrated, well nutriated, how much sunlight they're getting. We don't know any of the basics. You're just getting enough sunlight. I guarantee. Rank the rates of the results based on sunlight. Okay, so sunlight alone could be curing people. Placebo tools. Placebo effect. First off, where to start with the placebo effect? Tell you that my first New York Times bestseller is titled Placebo Power to the People. That's right, I need an agent, literary agent, create a little bidding war. Because this is The Biology of Belief, Bruce Lipton, Molecules of Emotion, Candace Pert, My Stroke of Insight, Joe Bill Taylor, In Mind Over Medicine by Lissa Rankin. Those are the comparables. Throw in like a career like Deepak. Get me going, get me the right team, and I could just start pushing out books. Here's the thing. Give me to Deepak himself. I was just reading Quantum Healing in the PG Carnegie Library. And all of the euphemisms, Deepak, I can explain. There's some big gaping euphemistics going on in some of your stuff. But in essence, I self-engineered what the rishis discovered. I just read the morphic fields. I need to be taught in the conventional way. I just start thinking about interconnection and let me show you how it works. Often the egolessness interconnection I go every day. Shift. The way I had to do it as a philosopher is brain waves. Alpha, beta, theta, delta, gamma! Body, therefore I am. The whole pain body concept, and the religion is, the body is a limit to the mind and things like that. Yes. But also, as you can see, it's both and. It's a circuit. And the circuit, once it's started, and as long as it goes on, it's plus and minus, flow of electricity, plus minus, yin yang. Understand poles, polarity. The thing is in our concept of we get mixed up with polar opposites, things that are incompatible. But polarity is a process of multiplicity created from duality. From the basic zeros and ones comes everything. From the basic afferent communications between body and mind. What came first? Chicken or the egg? Body or the mind? It has to be the body. Now, interconnection is suffering from a lot of anthropomorphizing in this day and age. Let me tell you that. It is true. We exist forevermore. We live. There is no other life out there. The one in this body. I don't have any data on, say, reincarnation. Oh, shoot, it's gone so long. Oh, can't get into reincarnation, what I think about it. Bandwidth delays. Well, so this would be just what happens when you buy a ticket to a performance of the hashtag Redheaded She-Hulk. Off I go. And how clear it is has to do with how long you let me go on. I'm gonna get enough time, I ramp all this up, this all come back together. I tie this all back together. Peace. You don't have to worry about how to get to peace. I'll handle that. What the work of peace should be is creating and then demonstrating how everything works in peace. We need the peacemakers to just build peace. And then all of the rest of this war, we don't fight war directly. You don't end war directly. You just make peace so pleasurable. War goes extinct. That's really, we are beings of bliss. Oh, we are such beings of bliss. And My dear friend is here, just having a pose. Who knows how my cinematography worked, but there's something about this PG cubed lady, the philosopher goddess, potential galore, residing in Pacific Grove. Harmony.